Miss Combos with Laura Newseth. Yahoo and welcome back to Miss Combos with Laura Newseth. I am Laura Newseth and we are back with another video about My Sekai. A few weeks ago I published this video right here which runs through all of the beginner missions, so if you haven't watched this video please take a moment to do so. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Consider this your My Sekai glossary. I'm going to go through and give you the English translation so you can navigate My Sekai a lot easier if you don't speak Japanese. So we're going to go through the UI, the settings, the tools, materials, the area names, as well as the weather conditions as well. Please do take into consideration that the names might be changing once we get My Sekai in the English server, but these are the translations from the Japanese server into English. So if you're brand new, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like, and let's get started. So we're going to begin by going through the My Sekai UI. This way you can navigate the game a lot easier. So this is the screen that you'll see each and every single time you log into My Sekai. On the left, you'll have buttons for the layout, the areas, and on the right, you have missions, you have the menu, hide UI, camera, reset camera, and on the bottom, you have the run button as well. I am going to go through things quite quickly because there is a lot to translate, but this video is designed for you to hit pause and screenshot as needed. When you hit the three lines, this is the menu that you're going to see. So on the top, you have your My Sekai rank and your energy. Then the larger icons are for sketch, photo, album, and inventory. The smaller icons are for crystal shop, the avatar dress up, the My Sekai settings, and then there is a home/exit My Sekai button. Now we're going to click on layout, and on the top left hand corner we have tabs for furniture, ground, and weather. And going down the list of the furniture items, we have all general furniture, small furniture and accessories, goods, and stuffed toys and plushies. On the right side of the screen we have three buttons. We have the clean up all at once button, we have a preset button, and also the save button, which is indicated in teal. Now scrolling down to see the rest of the furniture items, we have the stuffed toys and plushies, canvas, rugs, house, and a plants button. Everything does have an icon, so it's easy to navigate, and if you click on any of the categories, there are subcategories, but like I said, they do use icons for a lot of these, so they're easy to navigate. Now exploring the second tab, which is ground, you have two options, one for road/flooring and the other one for fences. So if you want to remove either or, you can just click on the one that you want to remove and then hit clean up all at once. Now the third tab is the weather tab, which you will only have a handful of weather conditions when you're first getting started, and as you explore the different areas in My Sekai and at different times during the day, you will be unlocking different weather conditions. I will go a little bit further into detail about the weather later in this video. So now pulling up the menu once again, we're going to go into the My Sekai settings, which will pull up this page. So this is the area where you can keep track of your My Sekai progress. On the right hand side you have your My Sekai rank and your My Sekai rank experience points. These are the points that you need in order to rank up to the next level, and you can also see the number of furniture or flooring/fences that you can put in My Sekai. If you click on the left hand side, you can choose from any of the pictures that you've taken, and this is just a cute way of decorating your rank page in My Sekai. Now moving on to the settings, we have a few setting options. So we're going to start with the settings on the left, which will determine the quality of gameplay, so you can control the image quality as well as the smoothness or FPS. On the right hand side you have your visit settings, so you can choose to accept invites from anyone, friends only, or you also have the option to not allow anyone into your Sekai as well. There's also a notification button, so if you want to get informed on when your transformation machine finishes transforming an item, you can enable or disable that. And now we're going to take a different look at all of the areas in My Sekai. This could change over time, but these are the starting 4 areas in My Sekai. We have the starting meadows, we have the colorful flower fields, the beach of wishes, and the forgotten place. They may add some more areas in the future, but these are the starting 4 areas, and of course you also have your Sekai. Now let's talk about the weather in My Sekai. So you're going to be able to unlock different weather conditions as you keep exploring My Sekai, and also different times of the day that you go out and explore. As of January 2025, these are all of the weather conditions that are currently available in My Sekai, including the thunder weather condition, which is going to be launching in February 2025. but they may add more in the future, so we will have to wait and see. But knowing the weather conditions is really important because there are certain materials that only pop up under certain weather conditions. Thank you to my moderator B. We have clips of all the different weather conditions. You can learn to best identify them. If you click on all, you will get to see all of the weather conditions that you currently have unlocked in My Sekai. Next up, we have sunny, which you can identify by seeing a beautiful clear blue sky and a few clouds as well. Then we got evening, which should have been renamed sunset because of the beautiful orange sky. Next up, we have the night sky, which you can identify it because you'll get to see a gust of wind in the sky. Next up, we have a summer day, which is just a clear blue sky, not a cloud in sight. The next weather condition is rain, and you'll be able to identify this by seeing an overcast sky, and you'll also be seeing some droplets falling out of the sky. Night rain is a little bit tougher, but pay attention to the ground because you will see when the water droplets hit the ground. Next up, we have the snow weather condition, which is easy to identify because you'll see little white flakes falling from the sky. Now, snow night is a little bit trickier because of those triangular flakes, but as long as you see white flakes, that is snow night. And finally, we have a meteor shower, which is very self-explanatory. You will see a literal meteor shower in the sky. Now we're going to be looking at the materials, where to find them, and also the weather conditions that they show up in. So this whole section is going to be quite fast-paced because there are a lot of things to go through. So feel free to pause as needed, but we're going to start off with the wood category, which has 5 materials. So we have the wood of feelings, which you can find anywhere. We have hardwood, which only appears in the starting meadow. Next up, we do have softwood, and this guy will only appear in the colorful flower fields. All of these woods can appear in all weather conditions. If you do want to harvest sticky sap, you'll have to head over to the Beach of Wishes and cut down palm trees. And finally, we do have the sunset hardwood, which you can only harvest if you cut trees during the evening weather condition. Now let's move on to ore, which is our next category. This begins with the stones of feelings, which you can harvest by literally mining all types of rocks, and you can also sometimes get them by picking flowers. Now, some of these rocks do have other rocks kind of like protruding out, so that will determine the type of ore that you're able to get from the rock. So we have copper, we do also have iron as well. Some of these you can find in multiple locations, and others you can only find in just one specific location. All of these can be found in any weather condition, so you don't have to be looking for them under a specific weather condition. But now we're going to take a look at the 4 materials that only pop up under certain weather conditions, starting with sparkly quartz, which can only appear in the nighttime. Then we do have the diamond. This can appear in any weather condition, but it is quite rare, so you won't see this very often. Then we do have the azure sky sea glass, which can only appear during a summer day. And finally, we do have a moonstone, which can only appear under a full moon. So those were all the materials under the ore category. Now we're going to move over to the plant category. There are only 4 materials in the plant category, starting with fluffy cotton, which appears in the starting meadows. You can get this in all weather conditions. Next, we do have the flower petals, which you can get by picking any flowers in the colorful flower fields. And also in the colorful flower fields, you will find linen flowers, where you can get silky linen. The last material only appears in rainy weather conditions, and that is the 4-leaf clover, which does replace flowers, and you'll see a gold glow, which makes it easy to identify. Now moving on to the other category, these are items that you can get by opening toolboxes. Sometimes they do appear at random on the wheelbarrows in the beaches. These are all man-made items that will help build furniture. So you do have a screw, you have a nail, you have plastic, motor, batteries, light bulbs. Again, these all do just appear at random. So if you need a certain amount of light bulbs, for example, you will have to continuously open up toolboxes and hope that you do get the item that you need in order to craft whatever furniture that you want in your Sekai. All 6 materials that I have shown so far can appear in any weather condition by simply opening the toolboxes, but these guys will appear under certain weather conditions. The shooting star fragment will only appear in meteor showers by picking up piles from the ground. The crystallized snow will only appear under snowy weather conditions by also picking up the piles from the ground. Then we do have these two, which will help build tools. So the head of the ultimate axe and the head of the ultimate pickaxe, these two will also appear by picking up piles from the ground. So those were all the materials, but now let's move over to the items, and these are items that you can craft in the transformation machine, starting with clear tones. So these can only be obtained by listening into blue rings. These rarely do spawn. Then we do have the blueprint fragment. These do spawn quite frequently. Next, we have the surplus blueprint, which should have been renamed a duplicate blueprint. So you can only get this if you have the same blueprint twice. Next up, we have the blank blueprint, which is the one that you use to sketch items. Next up, we have the photo film, and this you can also get by using the transformation machine. And last but not least, we have the surplus music record, which is essentially just a duplicate music record. In my next video, we will talk more about the transformation machine, but now let's move over to Memoria. So we do have this rainbow Memoria, which you can get by completing the My Sekai missions or also getting the monthly pass as well. And then every single character from each unit will have their own dedicated Memoria. You can get these by talking to the characters that show up to your Sekai once every single day. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the different tools within My Sekai. So let's begin with the regular tools. These are the most basic tools that you can craft. The ability is not high and you can only use them 30 times before they break. So they are quite easy to make, but also quite easy to break as well. Next up, we have the good quality tools. So these ones are a step above the regular tools. You can use them up to 90 times before these break. And if you want something even better than these, then look no further than the ultimate tools. So you have the ultimate axe and the ultimate pickaxe, and these can be used up to 150 times, and they also do make the process a little bit quicker. Now, if you don't mind paying for the My Sekai mission pass, you can get the options of getting the chainsaw as well as a jackhammer. These can be used up to 400 times, and they use up a lot less energy. And that is it for this My Sekai glossary video. I do want to give credit where credit is due and show the sources that I used to help make this video. Starting off with the Project Sekai wiki, which has been a great resource so far. Then we do have Game 8, which is a Japanese site introduced to me by Mary Cherry. And last but not least, we have Be My Moderator, who was a huge help. Also, thank you to Google Translate for having a feature where you can just upload any screenshot that you take and it'll translate everything on that screenshot. So definitely do look into that if you are confused on any other translations. If you are confused on any of the initial My Sekai missions, I do have a video detailing all of that, so please check it out. All of my sources as well as my first video will be linked in the information bar below. I am also planning on recording a follow-up video where I will go more into detail about how to get more energy, how to rank up faster, recycling items, how to use the transformation machine, and any other frequently asked question that I got in my initial video. If you don't want to miss out on that video and future helpful Project Sekai and My Sekai videos, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel to keep up with my content, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!